Elson goes wide. It's going to be Elson who has the advantage, and he's going to run all the way to a Penn Relays victory.
And who is that in the white vest streaking through? It's Callum Elson coming through for that second spot. And what about this? He's on the plane to Turin.
Okay. Petite mine that media can...
Yeah, so this course is like nothing that I've ever experienced before. I think it's really good from a spectator point of view. They've tried to clearly make it, exciting for TV viewers, but there's nothing that can prepare you for that hill. The course is literally, 400, 500 meters of flat, then straight up a hill and straight down a hill. So it's pretty brutal, and when you're only doing one lap of it as hard as you can, it doesn't give you much time to get your head around it. But that's the great thing about traveling with such experienced runners and athletes that have been to all kinds of different courses, is you have that dialogue and discussion of, how best might be able to run something, what kind of spikes and equipment will we need for it, how will we move through the race. So yeah, it's definitely great to travel with more experienced runners and people that have done different things to you, because it's a really good learning opportunity, even if you don't realize it right at the time. I definitely look back and think, wow, I've taken some good stuff on board there. Pre-race was really interesting. I've never kind of been in a relay environment like that before. Normally it's just keeping yourself to yourself. You worry about sorting yourself out, going to the call room yourself. But when you're with a relay team, you're obviously all going through that together. So it was far more relaxed than when you're by yourself, because, you're all moving through your warm-up. Into the call room, sorting out your numbers and chips and stuff like that together, and kind of, getting ready for the race. And being on the third leg, I didn't have to be ready for, the gun to go off. I had a little bit of a buffering time to kind of see how the race was playing out, watch on the big screen to see how, people were doing on the first two legs. So yeah, it was interesting. But with it being so cold, but not being able to take so many layers, I was just trying to stay warm. I found myself kind of doing a little bit of dancing, a little bit of some very questionable warm-up moves in the warm-up area to stay warm. So the race, the plan was always to get out really hard, sort of the first 150, 200 meters to really get after it. Don't give your legs a chance to kind of ease into it as you would with a longer distance race. You've got to kind of close up any gaps for the people that are ahead of you and really sort of get on the pace straight away, which is something that I'm really pleased that I did. You got to kind of be really aggressive in this style of racing, and I knew that I needed to give myself a chance at catching up some people for when I got to the hill. So that's kind of what I did. The hill was exactly how I imagined it. You just got to power up it. You can't really think when you're going up there. You just got to pump your arms, pump your legs, try not to fall over and really get up to the top. And then another focus for me was, once I did get to the top of the hill, it was how could I get through the building and really run off the hill and make the most of the downhill. And if you watch back the video, you see any footage that's kind of available, that's exactly what I did. I didn't really make any moves on the hill and kind of just maintain my position. But on the downhill, I think I was a little bit more daring than other runners, really got onto my toes, made the most of being able to really get down the hill. So when we arrived back on the flat and I had an opportunity to get my legs going again, I managed to, bring it back into that 4th, 5th position, which was really good considering, the caliber of the athletes that I was racing and also the circumstances at which we were in the race. And it kind of, gave us half a chance, albeit, a difficult chance to medal. But yeah, I was really pleased with, how I ran.
Bracelet handover on the uphill sections for these track specialists. Da Spagna, Bianca. In Denmark. Then Germany.
Italia 3:48 il crono, 3:52 per il Belgio, poi Danimarca, Germania, Spagna, Irlanda, Francia, Portogallo, Finlandia.
It's a 4-second lead.
Figlia dell'ex mezzofondista azzurra Rossella Gramola e dell'ex mezzofondista azzurro Gianni Del Buono.
Federica Del Buono. but this has been a very controlled run for Federica Del Buono.
La Spagna.
Well, that was an 8:33 lap for the Romanian second leg runner. The gap now maybe 4 seconds.
Gaia Sabatini il campionato europeo in Estonia 2021, 3 titoli italiani d'oro, primo piano per lei, ma attenzione, la Spagna e la Francia sono in seconda e terza posizione.
5 seconds the gap between first and second. But there is only 12 seconds separating the leading 8 teams.
Del Buono, Yassin Bui, Gaia Sabatini. Del maxi schermo.
That's right, mate. How'd it go?
Yeah, not bad, mate, not bad. It's so hard to pace on the course. I thought I did well on my leg, but yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those.
Hey, mate.
How you doing, mate? Good to see you again.
How was that?
Yeah, that was good. That was a great experience. I'm sure you will have some other footage in from how fast and furious it was, but yeah, it was crazy. The first kind of like 200 or 300, we were told you just got to get out, get after it.
Was this here?
Yeah, that was
straight. Germany are gonna
kind of like, I don't actually know, but I think maybe 6th or something. I had a lot of eyes ahead, so I was like, okay, come on, like, you know, got to get on it. And then, yeah, I mean, the hill was pretty rough. Like, I didn't really realise how rough it was until I got to the top, and then I was like, wow, like,
Because you start.
my legs are feeling it. Yeah, it's all the way up there, and that's where you run through. So it doesn't look like a lot of elevation, and it wasn't as warm as this now either. But it was really fun though. It was like on the downhill, I think I was really good, like comparative to other people, because I was just like, you know what, balls to the wall. Like, I'm coming here once to do it. I'm not gonna like be careful. I just kind of tried to fly down, and I think I handed it over in 4th. So yeah, we were kind of back in it and around it, but no, it was a great race from the team. So
You said on Friday that you just wanted to like prove yourself, not just be happy with just being here. Are you happy with how you ran?
Well remembered.
Yeah, calling you out.
Yeah, no, I'm really happy with how I ran individually. Like, the team, we ran really well, and I think we had a really good balance of like people like myself and James never had a GB vest, like coming here for a first time and wanting to give it our all, and then having like Ravi, an Olympian, established athlete in there to kind of have some experience, and you know you can rely on her to do a good job. So I think it was, you know, it's a really unique event, but probably an amazing one to get your first representative vest for, because you've got people there with you, you know, you have a chat, you're all in it together. So now we all ran really well, and individually I can walk away and be like, you know what, like not only have I like run well, but I've learned what I need to get to the next level, which is like you arrive here and you're like, wow, everyone is quality. Like, these are the best athletes in Europe at cross country. Like, how they're training, what they're doing, how they race, how they approach things, you realise like, shit, like I need to take this seriously. Like, there's a lot more things that I need to do, which I think is exactly what you should be taking away, pretty much.
Nice. The senior men's race is just about to start.
Yeah.
Who's your pick?
So it's an interesting one. So everyone, obviously, you've got Ingebrigtsen racing, you've got Kripa racing, who are like two like standout ones that, you know, people think. But in the senior men's, you have a lot of athletes that will come and go for broke, and I think Emil Perez could be a great shout. I think he could be a great shout, and I'm not just saying that because I feel like I should. He claims he doesn't like hills and he claims he doesn't like mud, but every time he runs on a hilly or a muddy course, he runs really well. So it's strange. And then the other one, which is, you know, maybe a bit more rogue, is in the under-23s, Zach Mohammed just came second, and I would not have picked that. I love Zach to bits. I would not have picked him to come second. So his brother's running in this, Mohammed, so maybe he can replicate something. So
maybe that.
Yeah, we'll see. But I think the British team have got a really good chance. 100%.
Last one, were you able to wear the Distance Project socks?
No,
in the
well,
race?
I didn't ask.
Did you ask?
No, I didn't ask, and I thought you got to approach this with the utmost professionalism. So I thought, no, like, you know, wear the Nike kit. You know, they're nice socks as well, to be fair. They're a brand new pair, so I was quite pleased with them. So I didn't wear any, but yeah, something to work on for the future.
There you go. Thanks, Callum.
All right, mate. Thanks.